Let's check in with a Brazilian international, a World Cup winner, an Arsenal invincible, a Premier League legend. It is Gilberto Silva who joins us on the line now. Very good afternoon to you. Thank you very much for joining us.
Good afternoon.
Great to see you and great to hear you. And I suppose the first question is how excited are you about the World Cup in Qatar and Brazil's chances?
Oh, sorry. I'm back here now. That's good. We are excited here. Obviously, especially after the campaign that the team had in the qualification. But when you get to the World Cup, things change. Everything is different. In Qatar, it's going to be a different kind of tournament, I guess. Especially for the time being, different from the other tournaments because the European players, the players who play in Europe, are going to be in the middle of the season. I think for all of them, and I don't think people can complain about they are tired at the end of the season because they are going to be in the half of the season. It'll be quite interesting to see how they are going to respond to this time of the year competition.
Do you think that actually the location of the World Cup helps the Brazilian players, bearing in mind that it'd be a similar sort of climate to what we experienced in 2014? In the fact that I remember being down in Porto Alegre and it was sort of winter during that World Cup down in the southern part of the country, a little bit hotter towards the northern part of the country, but it would be about 25, 26 degrees in November, and whilst that might be pretty pleasant for some players, for the Brazilian players, that's a great time and temperature to be playing at, isn't it?
Well, when those players they were playing Brazil, I think it helps more. I think now most of them are playing Europe, are more used to the European temperature. But let's see. I don't really believe on this situation. Obviously they are more used to the heating, but I don't really believe. I think what I really believe that is the way they have been working through the management of TT, the quality of the players, the way they have built up a squad, as we seem that they are very, very united and willing to go to the World Cup and do well and win the title. But the first part of the job is done. They qualified. Is now and the next 4 months, in the months they have in front of the competition, how they are going to prepare for it. I think the preparation now, they have to be, the focus must be high for them to get there and do whatever they can do on the field and concentrate to win the competition. The competition is so high level, cannot distract yourself for that.
Gilberto, I mean, you must be very, very proud. You still look like you're fit enough to play, but how difficult was it wearing that Brazilian shirt? As a young lad growing up, I saw all your superstars. I saw Pele, Jairzinho, Carlos Alberto. You must be so proud. And how difficult is it to wear that shirt?
I am. Wow. Very difficult, because growing up in Brazil, among of 200 million people, and be selected to be in the national team to represent their country is something so special. But the difficulty is massive because people expect you to win the games, to win the competition. People are not satisfied if you go there and represent well. But if you don't win, you can win games, but they expect you to win the competition, get back to the country with the trophy. And it's important for every player when they wear this shirt, they understand how much it represents for all of us in the country. It's about, the way of living. Play football here in Brazil, for me, is a way of living, way of get out of your frustration, your difficult times, and, sometimes the bad condition you have in your neighborhood, and express yourself through the game. And And as long I understood that, the importance of represent my country, when you are there, you have to do the best you can. I think there is no better way to represent your country as play football or any other sports. But in football, which is my case, this was something phenomenal,
But you
but
you
very
did it.
hard,
You did it with
very hard.
style and class and skill, and it was just so wonderful to see. We're all a bit jealous over here in England. We start moaning if we can't score.
Crook wants to ask you a little bit
Thank
about
you.
Arsenal.
Yeah, Gilberto, your former club obviously just missing out on the Champions League at the back end of last season. One of your fellow countrymen, Gabriel Jesus, we expect to be one of their first signings when the transfer window reopens. Do you think that would be a good move for him and a good move for Arsenal as well?
Well, if he goes to Arsenal, I do believe it's going to be a good move for him, also for Arsenal. Uh, was frustrated, I think, for all Arsenal fans. I think for me it was, they miss out the opportunity to be in the Champions League after a few years, I think 4 or 5 years, if I'm not wrong. And but let's see. I think Arsenal needs to get back to to the top of the leagues, top of the main competition, because it's so hard to see Arsenal in the last few years not play in the Champions League, not fight for the title in the Premier League. As we understand, I know that compared to the like Manchester City and Liverpool, they are not at the same level. I understand that, but as Arsenal club, they must work out and work well to get back to the good times and start to sort all the situation and compete for the title. I think this is what, as an Arsenal fan, we expect them to do for the next season.
Yeah, and obviously that transition from when you were at the club, when you were challenging for titles, challenging for Champions Leagues in the Champions League final in Paris, it seems a long time ago now, that transition to a club that's now fighting just to get back into the Champions League, obviously that's disappointing for Arsenal fans, but who do you blame for that? What is the reasoning behind that, do you think?
Well, as long as you are not in the club, it's very difficult to find out what exactly went wrong. But I always spoke when I look back, even further. When we made the transition from Highbury to Emirates to Arsenal, after I think 1 or 2 years, lost a little bit this type of transition, because many of the players that has been working the club for a few years to replace my generation when I was there as an invincible, they moved out of the club. I think it took a few times for us and to bring to have like a stable team again. And but then afterwards, was seems that Arsenal was a little bit far from the other top 4 teams, or top 3, we may say, in terms of competitiveness. As we have seen, Arsenal was a bit far, and just in maybe in 1 year, 1 or 2 years, Arsenal were close. When Leicester won, Arsenal was somewhere close to win the league, but suddenly things change. But they need to come back. You just find out it's like it's a hard work. It's not an easy. Ian is here, as a manager. He knows how hard it is to build win a team. How it's hard to build, the right mentality for the players. I think losing this transition when Arsene was there, when I was there, from one stage to another, sometimes you lose also the mentality. I think this is what is hard, because we had the winning mentality, and some point it seems like you're losing this. As we lost at some point, you have to have people able to work out with the players and to put them in the right mood, in the right way to think, listen, we are in one of the best clubs in the world. It's not acceptable for us to do what we are doing. It's time for us to do what is right, to do with the right mentality. according to what the club needs.
Gilberto, one of the main reasons you've joined us today is because you're involved in a new app, an anti-abuse app. Can you tell us a little bit about that? I think it launches in August.
Yeah, we are, me and my partner, Tim Chase, we are working this app for a few years now. And now it's time for us to launch it in August. And as we have seen, the social media platforms at some point became a place where people get abused, players and anyone who express themselves. If you say your opinion, you have some people attacking you on social media, as I have seen a lot. I think this we thought, in terms of how we can contribute somehow for the world and for people to stop this abuse. We are working very hard and to make this happen very soon, and hope that we can give to the world a great contribution with this platform. We are very confident that we can help a lot of people to be in a safe place. As long as they feel safe and work in this platform, express themselves without being abused of someone. This is the goal for us, and hope people appreciate that and support us in what we are doing.
Okay, what's it called?
We are at the moment we change everything. We start with True Challenge, and at the moment we are working in a way that just preserve the name because of the contract. And we cannot mention because we rebranded everything. We change the way we were working before from what we are going to do now. But very soon I will be able to tell all of you and give more information.
Okay, we look forward to it. Thank you very much, Gilberto Silva, the World Cup winner and Arsenal invincible.
Jim White and Simon Jordan. Monday to Friday mornings from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.